This is ABC 7 News at 6. On the road, live from Lincoln. Presented by
Daddy and Daughter's Towing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ABC 7 News at 6, live on the road. We are here in Lincoln for Lincoln Loon Fest. Lots going on here. It's going to be a great weekend, and we'll be hearing more about that a little bit later in our broadcast. For now, we do want to get to some local headlines. A powerful storm quickly moved through Maine yesterday, leaving tons of damage in its wake. Our Doug Banks has details on that and the recovery efforts still in progress as of this evening.
Scotts Neck Road in Ellsworth, next to Green Lake, is one of the several areas Verson crews were at on Friday, working to restore power to those impacted by Thursday afternoon storm.
For our crews, this is actually the most significant weather system, most impactful weather system in terms of outages that they've seen all year.
The powerful storm brought statewide tree damage and road debris.
We had crews ready, but we didn't know how quick and how hard it was actually going to hit.
A severe storm event like this, which is coming in the summer, is a bit different than a winter storm event. You know, in the winter, we don't have leaves on the trees. The ground is frozen. So in this case, the trees can actually catch all of the wind that's coming at them in the leaves like sails.
At its peak, Verson Power estimates 16,000 of its customers lost power.
The peaks of the outages were in Penobscot and Hancock County.
And CMP estimates 46,000 of its 670,000 customers lost power as well.
More than 5,000 customers, for instance, on a line that was impacted by a tree in the Bethel area.
On the coast, several ships and docks damaged. A cruise ship in Rockland broke away from its mooring, resulting in 4 people falling overboard. According to the Mid-Coast Villager, they were safely rescued. People were also pulled out of the water in a separate incident in Gilpatrick Cove, when the Mount Desert Islander says a sailboat caught in the wind capsized. As of Friday evening, state authorities tell us they believe there is only one storm-related fatality. It occurred on Main Street in Corinth Thursday afternoon, when Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton says a tree broke apart and went through the front windshield of a passing car, striking and killing the driver.
One of the children in a car seat in the back was treated and released. The second one was taken to a hospital with minor injuries. Obviously, investigation is still ongoing, but we had a tremendous storm that swept through the Corinth area here. And it's an older tree that sets right along Route 15 here, and the top of the tree broke off.
As storm recovery continues, officials ask people to stay away from downed trees and power lines.
Just keep a good distance away from all of that. Let the professionals who are trained go ahead and clear those trees and make those repairs.
You want to make sure you give them enough space, not just for their safety, but for your safety too.
Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. Well, if you're seeing me right now, that means we're having some technical difficulties over in Lincoln, but as soon as we get that figured out, we'll send it back to Beth for our On the Road show in Lincoln this evening. I'm Doug Banks. This is the next story here in the rundown once the teleprompter gets turned on. Those fast-moving storms swept across the region, bringing dangerous conditions and damage. And as you can see from some of the pictures posted on Facebook, the storm brought down power lines in many areas. On MDI, the storm On MDI, the storm weakened havoc around the island, triggering many emergency responses. According to the Mount Desert Islander, a sailboat caught wind and capsized in Gilpatrick Cove that we spoke about in the last story. All aboard were pulled from the water safely, which is good. And early this afternoon, around 2:30, right after the storm came through Bangor, Central Maine Power is reporting more than 38,000 customers were without power. Verson had to close to 14,000. And they're expecting those numbers to be all figured out by tomorrow, which is good. And meanwhile, family members are remembering the woman who passed away in Corinth during yesterday's storm. Michelle Tatlock posted on Facebook that her mother, 49-year-old Amy Tatlock, was killed when a tree branch went through the windshield as she was driving. Michelle called her an amazing, selfless woman who devoted her whole life to being a stay-at-home mom. Her son, Christian, said she devoted her life to being a troop leader for Girl Scouts for well over 2 decades and was a volunteer for Penquist, besides being a nana to her 3 grandkids. Michelle said her mother did not have life insurance. A GoFundMe has been set up with funeral arrangements to support Michelle's dad as he tries to move forward. You can find that link on our website, foxbangor.com. A fall in Acadia National Park shut down part of the Park Loop Road in Acadia National Park earlier today. Management Assistant John Kelly says the road was closed south of the Sand Beach entrance for about an hour due to a medical emergency involving a woman who fell in the area of Monument Cove near Thunder Hole. Kelly says the woman was transported to the hospital by the U.S. Coast Guard in Life Flight of Maine helicopter with assistance from a number of departments, including park rangers and MDI search and rescue. A Coast Guard officer says the woman was in critical condition when she was taken to the hospital. The road reopened at around 1 p.m. In other news here this evening, the Maine Democratic Party will be selecting delegates this weekend who will vote on a replacement for former Senate candidate Graham Plattner. They released a statement last night sharing that any eligible Democrats will be able to participate in electronic voting to choose those delegates. It's an unprecedented process that delegate hopefuls say the state has never seen before. They add that it's been a bit of an uphill battle, but are looking forward to casting their votes and potentially representing Democrats as a delegate.
When we get our nominee, that's all that matters. If we move on from the process and we go back on the path of making sure that Susan Collins does not win re-election.
16 county meetings will be taking place over the weekend and 500 delegates will be chosen. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court has overturned the results of a select board election in Clifton in a 4-3 ruling. The election was originally called for former select board member Cynthia Grant over Steve Armenia by a vote of 114 to 113 back in March. The results came into question when the following day 2 uncounted absentee ballots were discovered and gave Armenia a 1-vote win over Grant. A Clifton resident challenged the ballots after it was discovered they were gathered by Armenia and belonged to family members. On Thursday, the Maine Supreme Judicial Court ruled that the 2 ballots would be counted per state law, and the results in favor of Armenia would be certified. Residents of Clifton are concerned over the change, as well as questions regarding Armenia's own residents in Clifton. We spoke to 2 who didn't want to be identified.
They didn't do the process right. They didn't take the ballots out. The right person didn't sign them in. There's a lot of stuff that went wrong. And then they say they found him 24 hours later. It's kind of sketchy. They shouldn't have counted.
He should not be allowed to be sworn in. He's not a legal resident of the town.
Right.
I can't run for a position on the select board for the town of Eddington because I reside in Clifton. I work in Eddington, but I reside in Clifton. So how can someone else from another town run in our town and get elected?
Armenia has been registered to vote and paid property taxes in Clifton since 2020, legally allowing him to run for office. In a phone call with us earlier today, he said, quote, "I think it's great the votes were counted, not just the fact that they were for me, but that the individual's rights weren't violated," end quote. Armenia will be sworn into his select board seat on Tuesday, the 21st. In other news here tonight, Republicans are responding to last night's debate between Democrats vying to replace Graham Plattner as the person to take on Senator Susan Collins this November. A statement from Maine Republican Party Communications Director Christina Parker says, quote, Parker says, quote, "It was very clear to viewers the Democrat Party is a mess and lacks the integrity Maine voters deserve. The Democrat Party is stained with the effects of Graham Plattner's disastrous campaign and will follow them throughout this race," end quote. Multiple agencies are sounding the alarm. Smoke from Canadian wildfires is impacting air quality across the country. According to the Maine Department of Environmental Protection, ground-level particle pollutants are forecasted to reach the unhealthy for sensitive groups level in the state tomorrow. This has been attributed to fires in Manitoba in Ontario. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency also issued a warning and is encouraging folks to use caution. You can head to their airnow.gov website for more information. All right, folks, let's hit pause and turn things over to Chase Ropanak, who's in now with the first look at our forecast. Chase?
Thank you very much. Our first weather is brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a quality automotive difference, reliable service, and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment at 922-2043. All right, as we saw for today, a beautiful day out there with mid to upper 70s here in Bangor, even along your coastline as well. A few 80s out there as you see down to the southwestern portion of the state. As you go further north, though, a bit cooler for us today. Low 70s in Prescott and Clayton Lake, 69 degrees in Greenville for you this afternoon. But as we go throughout tonight, we are going to stay pretty warm out there for tonight. A lot of cloud cover is moving in. It's going to act as a blanket, leading to showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. Mainly just a few thunder showers. It'll be mainly just showers in the afternoon. We'll have the stronger stuff coming a little bit later tomorrow. And again, not so much severe, but we can get a few thunderstorms out there, mainly towards the southwestern portion of the state, but some of those can be just south of Bangor as well along your coastline. So overnight for tonight, we're having increasing clouds. A lot of cloud cover is going to be moving in. We'll see the wind staying pretty light out there for tonight, so lows will be falling right down to the mid-50s for tonight.
Back out here live in Lincoln. Just ahead, we're going to hear more about what Loonfest is all about after the break. Stay with us.
I am living my dream. A dream that I had no idea was my dream until I started doing it. I chose the Certified Medical Assisting program because being a medical assistant is so rewarding. We had 6 kids and I was already working full-time at the hospital. My husband said, you know, you should just do it. Maybe that decision in the beginning is difficult, but it's not impossible. It doesn't matter what is happening in your life. This is a doable thing.
It's a big, big deal. Summer is a big deal at Toyota. It's the final days of Toyota's Big, Big Deal Summer Event, where you could get 5.99 financing on the all-new, fuel-sipping, all-wheel drive RAV4 Hybrid with an up to 609-mile total driving range. Summer's a big, big deal at Toyota, the longest-lasting brand with the best resale value. So see your New England Toyota dealer. It's a big, big deal. Toyota, let's go places.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Live from the Maine Lobster Festival in Rockland, it's the Lobster Crate Races. Watch fearless racers dash across floating lobster crates. Will they make it or take a spectacular splash? Who will stay on their feet and who will take the plunge? Don't miss the Lobster Crate Races live from the Maine Lobster Festival, Sunday, August 2nd at 2 p.m. only on Fox 22.
Bring the family for a day of fun on Paris Hill Village Green. It's the Founders Day Big Classic Auto Show. See Duesenbergs, Packards, Stutz, Bearcat, Delahaye, Tucker, the very best from the golden age of the automobile. Plus movie celebrities like the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car and much more, all to benefit the Hamlin Memorial Library and Museum. Bring the family. Go to Hamlin Library website for details.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Hey everybody, we're back out here live at Loonfest. I'm here with Sean Rogers, who is the Events and Communications Director for Loonfest. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
All right. Well, this is a great time folks are having here at Loonfest. Give us some of the highlights of what folks can expect this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. So today at 7 p.m. we have Josiah Dyer kicking off at Cobb Field. Tomorrow we have a huge parade. We have a great parade. We have Pat Patriot in town from Gillette. We have a Jester. And then we also have ACDC, or ADHD, the ACDC Experience, followed by Motley Crue, the Motley Crue tribute band. And in between, I'm going to give away 2 tickets to the best mullet to Motley Crue in Bangor.
Oh my gosh, mullets, they just never seem to fully die, do they?
They never do.
Oh Lord, it's the bane of my existence. So we also know that there are a number of food trucks and vendors for folks to see, but you were telling me earlier that there's something special about this year's parade. So let's highlight that.
Yeah, so this year's parade for the Grand Marshals, because it is Party in the USA as we celebrate America's 250th birthday, is going to be the Gold Star families in Lincoln. So one of them is Paul House. He is House in the Woods, and then we have a couple others as well.
Okay. always important to pay tribute to our veterans and to those who are still in service. What should folks know about Loonfest? What is the heart of this festival?
Yeah, so the heart of this festival is really community. That's how it all really started. It's just a community time for us to come together,
All right.
you know, and just party in the USA this year.
All right. It runs through Saturday or Sunday, just to be clear?
Through Sunday this year. So this year it goes until Sunday. So
All
we
right.
have the food trucks in town and the vendors from 10 to 2 on Sunday.
All right. Well, there's plenty to come out here and enjoy. We thank you for sharing some of the highlights with us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, we'll be right back after this.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, is brought to you by Celebrate the Loon Festival with a stop at Dysart's Travel Stop. Fuel up, grab tasty snacks, refreshing drinks, and enjoy every moment. Blazing Trails, voted Lincoln's #1 dispensary, provide an outstanding product and customer service to the area. If it's part of your home, we handle it. Alpha Construction, built with quality, backed by trust.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
Did you know Susan Collins was the deciding vote for Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices who overturned Roe v. Wade? And she voted to put more than 100 Trump judges on the bench. Because of Susan Collins, states are banning abortion with no exceptions for rape or incest. And women are dying. And she's still standing by it.
I do not regret that vote.
Tell Susan Collins, stop voting for Trump's anti-choice judges.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle wreck, call 855 Iron Law today. Iron Horse Motorcycle Lawyers. We protect our own.
Folks, the annual Lobster Bowl takes place this Saturday, and this year's players have done their part to raise money in their communities for a good cause. The Lobster Bowl raises money for the Maine Shriners Children's Hospital by collecting donations in the months leading up to the event, and these donations are gathered by the players who each took to their communities to rally support. Monadnock Valley's Logan Vigue is credited with having raised the most money of all players, and he says that was the result of a lot of hard work from both himself and his community.
So I just went around to a lot of places in my local area, and then also a couple places like 30 minutes, 40 minutes away. It's really not, if you put like the time into it, maybe just a couple hours a week, you'd be surprised how much you can raise.
Matt O'Connell, son of legendary John Babson Lobster Bowl coach Dan O'Connell, on the other hand, was able to gather the most total donors with 88. He says he got right to work rallying support and is thankful for what he and his community in Bangor were able to achieve.
I said I'm going to raise the most money as I possibly can. So I went around, I asked people in my community. I was fortunate enough to have the most supporters. I'm super thankful for the money I raised. I raised about $6,800. I'm super thankful I could raise as much money as I possibly could.
Vigue raised over $26,000 so far. Incredibly impressive. We've got some exciting news out of Orono. The Maine women's soccer schedule has just been released, so let's see who the Black Bears will face this fall. The three-peat Black Bears will look to make it 4 straight America East titles this season, and the road to that goal starts in just a few weeks on August 12th, sneaking up on the road against Rhode Island. They'll have 3 straight home games after that with Mercer, Sacred Heart, and Merrimack before a brief trip to Colgate. America East play for the Black Bears begins on September 20th. That will be against UAlbany at home, followed by UMass Lowell the following week on October 4th. It's an America East Championship rematch with Vermont, and they will close the regular season with a bout against UMBC on the road. For now, that is all the time we have for sports. Here's your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you very much, and happy Friday to you all. A beautiful day for your Friday out there. We got mids upper 70s here in Bangor. Same for your coastline as well. A bit cooler up north for today, but the southwestern portion of the state right near 80 out there. 81 in Freiburg and Sanford, down towards the very southwestern portion of the state for tonight. Now, this model is showing some cooler temperatures, but a lot of cloud cover is going to be moving in throughout the night tonight. As we know, cloud cover acts as a blanket at night. So expect those lows right around the low to mid 50s here in the Bangor area. Could see a few upper 40s, though, as you head further north. Into tomorrow, we'll kind of have some similar temperatures, but we got some weather in the area that's going to keep temperatures right around the mid 70s with some cloud cover, and looks like a lot of showers for you earlier on in the day, keeping you in the 50s and 60s in the northern tier of the state. So as we take a look at our average highs right around the 80, right? Well, we're going to be a little bit below that throughout your weekend, back near average for Monday and the Tuesday, and we won't really warm up until we get later into next week on Friday. That's when we're looking at mid 80s again. So a lot of those temperatures throughout this week sticking right around average, not too bad, right? But we will have a little bit of wind coming with this weather for tomorrow. Not so much tonight. No worries about that at all. So winds will be light and variable tonight. Into tomorrow, we're going to get more of a wind picking up, gusting near 25, maybe 30 miles per hour in some spots, especially closer to your coastline. A lot of this wind as well will be moving in some wildfire smoke. So keep that in mind throughout tomorrow. It won't be the best idea to be outdoors with weather in the area and wildfire smoke as well. Looks like winds will kind of lighten up a little bit Saturday night into your Sunday. But once we get into Sunday afternoon, we'll have more of a northwest wind pickup that can gust near 25 miles per hour once again. So here are the clouds moving in throughout tonight, leading to some showers for tomorrow. You're going to see that a little bit earlier, further north for tomorrow. But once we get into the afternoon, that can reach the Bangor area. Now, as we continue into the sunset hour, a little bit past that, there can be some stronger thunderstorms out there, mainly towards the southwestern portion of the state. You can see here near Portland, some damaging winds are possible with that. But as we get to the Bangor area, more isolated showers and thunderstorms. Those will stay non-severe, but they can bring some rumbles of thunder as we head into the overnight hours for tomorrow night. Now, a lot of this is going to pass by your Sunday. A lot of us look to stay dry for Sunday. Right now, we got a slight chance for a few more storms out there. That's mainly going to be for the northern tier of the state as the low circles over. Many of us will stay dry throughout Sunday afternoon. So as you say, or as you take a look throughout tonight, we got lows in the mid-50s out there. We'll have increasing cloud cover, becoming mostly cloudy throughout the night. As we head into tomorrow, though, as I said before, we will have wildfire smoke in the area. Some of those showers may bring that down to the surface, and it may clean the air momentarily, but the wildfire smoke will still linger throughout much of your Saturday into your Sunday. So for tomorrow, the smoke is going to hold highs in the mid-70s with that cloud cover and chances for showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. As we get into your Sunday, we'll see those storms kind of clear out. Still a slight chance, but that wildfire smoke looks to push out, so that'll be a good thing. Going into your Monday and Tuesday, we'll see plenty of sunshine out there. A few clouds, highs near 80. Our next chance for showers and thunderstorms will be Wednesday, keeping those highs in the mid to upper 70s.
Folks, right after the break, we're going to take a little walk around Loonfest. Join us, won't you?
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Lincoln, is brought to you by Daddy and Daughters. Come and see us at our Lee location and turn your scrap into cash. Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Steaks and Stuff in Lincoln is your local community supermarket.
Jado Highlands Golf Course, nestled in the woods of Lincoln, just a short drive from Bangor or Holton. Designed for players of all abilities, Jado features everything a golfer desires. 18 fully irrigated holes, driving range, practice green, and a golf shop with instruction available. Jado maintains quality course conditions while proudly displaying some of the most scenic views in Maine. Challenge yourself to a round of golf surrounded by the beauty of Maine at Jado Highlands Golf Course.
I didn't look like other kids. I was born with a congenital dental birth defect, missing 17 teeth. Insurance wouldn't cover the treatment. It would have cost between $60,000 and $80,000. There was no way my family could afford that. So I wrote a letter to Senator Collins, asking her to support efforts to help people like me. Senator Collins listened, and she cared, and she wrote me back.
I read Elena's letter. I was so moved by it. I was determined to help her in any way I could.
Susan Collins personally reached out to the University of New England Dental School, and they gave me a brand new smile. Today, I'm in college, pre-med, to become an orthodontist, so I can give that kind of gift to others. Susan Collins made me feel confident in my own smile. Thank you, Senator Collins. You changed my life and inspired me to help change the lives of others.
I'm Susan Collins, and I've approved this message.
The fun never stops at Wheel.
You got it! It's a car! And the crowd goes wild. A truly historic bonus round on Wheel of Fortune. Somebody could win $500,000. Where are you going? To pass out. Exciting giveaways ahead, like fabulous vacations, and let's manifest another $1 million winner. You're a millionaire! Oh my God!
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
All right, back out here live. I'm joined by Angie Gustafson with House in the Woods. This is a very special organization that serves Maine veterans. Tell us a little bit about what your mission is.
Yeah, House in the Woods started because in 2007, Joel House here was killed in action, and his parents, Paul and Deanna, started House in the Woods as a way to honor Joel and give back to veterans, military families, Gold Star families, getting healing in the outdoors.
And so how exactly do you help facilitate that healing in the outdoors?
Yeah, we have organized outdoor retreats, hunting, fishing, recreation retreats, you name it, we have it, including all the way up to World War II Veteran Days. We tried to give an opportunity to all eras, all branches, all states.
That's amazing. And so if folks come to Loonfest, can they come here and at least get some more information, figure out how to go about maybe getting an opportunity?
Yep, absolutely. This is a great time to stop by, talk to some of the locals, find out a little bit more about what we do, how we do it, when. We're doing activities from January all the way through December, so this is a great time to get a feel for what you might be interested in.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, shedding a little bit of light on your organization and your presence here at Loonfest. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, walk and talk with me if you will. There's a lot going on here at Loonfest. Right behind us over here, we have Mattanock Cook Academy Lady Lynx Soccer. They're doing some raffles and having some good time talking with the folks. So you can go in there. We have a whole bunch of vendors here. So if you pan to the left a little bit, there's some fun squishies and things to peruse there. There is definitely no shortage of food trucks here at Loonfest as well. You can see Mainly Tacos is right over there, and that's one of many. So there's a whole lot of fun to be had here at Loonfest. Follow me down the lane if you would, guys. So we have some more vendors here. A lot of these folks are craftsmen. And so they bring their specific goods here to share with the public. And one other one I wanted to highlight while we have the chance is Rustic Lamps and More. This isn't our first time at Loonfest, and we've seen these folks before. I always marvel at their work. Richie, you want to come over here? Thank you so much. So, Richie, tell the folks who you are.
Richard Brialt in Burlington, Maine.
And your wife, Kim,
Wife
joining
Kim.
us as well.
Yeah.
And so this is all your handwork. So tell us a little bit about this. What do you have here?
Well, these are rivet tables here, black walnut rivet tables and lamps. And I make different lamps, and they get three-way sockets in them and with all kinds of different things. And my wife does the wood burning over there, and I make cotton boards.
And so the wood burning is the design in the board there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And we just
This
do
is-
it as a hobby.
Just as a hobby, it's pretty detailed work for a hobby. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, about 10 years now.
Oh, so
Been making it off and on. And
a minute or two.
I do it in the wintertime when it's nothing else to do.
That keeps you busy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
All right, well, your work is beautiful. How long have you been coming to Loonfest?
This is like our 4th year.
What keeps you coming back?
We keep selling.
Well, that's an incentive, isn't it? Richie, thank you so much for joining.
Everybody already has a lamp in Lincoln.
Oh, well, you can't have too many lamps. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. So, folks, a lot going on here at Loonfest, a lot to see, a lot to do. This is a great community. This festival is a really big deal here. The kiddie train is coming back around the bend. We can highlight that. That's a good time. You can hear the bell tolling. And so it's fine family fun for everybody. Come out, enjoy Loonfest. It runs through the weekend. And thank you for joining us for ABC 7 News at 6, live on the road in Lincoln. Here they come. We're going to go out with a kiddie train.
dense smoke on the move, with dangerously unhealthy air quality setting records. Plus, the severe river flooding after the catastrophic rainfall in Texas. World News Tonight with David Muir is the #1 newscast in America.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Critical investments are strengthening Maine, thanks to Senator Susan Collins. The biggest investment in our rural hospitals in decades. New investments for working waterfronts, like the breakwater in Eastport. Investments to help homeless veterans find housing. Investments for Maine to train new doctors and nurses. Thousands of investments, thanks to the power of Senator Susan Collins. Call Senator Collins and ask her to keep delivering for Maine.
Tonight, breaking news, dangerous smoke from hundreds of Canadian wildfires now stretching from the Midwest.
Joining us on this Friday evening for Fox 22 News tonight, I'm Doug Banks. Well, as many of you know, a powerful storm quickly moved through Maine yesterday, leaving damage in its wake. Earlier today, I spoke with officials from Versant Power and CMP on the recovery efforts still in progress as of this evening. Scotts Neck Road in Ellsworth, next to Green Lake, is one of the several areas Versant crews were at on Friday, working to restore power to those impacted by Thursday afternoon's storm.
For our crews, this is actually the most significant weather system, most impactful weather system in terms of outages that they've seen all year.
The powerful storm brought statewide tree damage and road debris.
We had crews ready, but we didn't know how quick and how hard it was actually going to hit.
A severe storm event like this, which is coming in the summer, is a bit different than a winter storm event. You know, in the winter, we don't have leaves on the trees. The ground is frozen. So in this case, the trees can actually catch all of